Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Chaseontwowheels here with you for a motovlog. And dude, I have got some, I'm about to run into this truck, my guy. Lord help. Let me get out of here. Hopefully it doesn't rain on us. Let's go. So guys, I am super excited to talk to you guys about the stuff today. I know you guys aren't used to seeing motovlogs from me, but motovlogs are called for today because I got an email a few weeks ago, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a group ride called the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. Basically, it's when a lot of riders on certain types of motorcycles, like older bikes or like a lot of Triumphs, end up going to this event. These people get together and do this big, it's a worldwide ride for men's health. So men's being chased, not running into this car. Could have gone around, but we're being a good rider today. But yeah, the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride is this really cool ride, and I had heard about it before, but I mean, I've never owned a kind of older looking Triumph motorcycle or a retro looking motorcycle, so I've never really kind of looked into it because that's never been the type of bike I've had. So, you know, I wouldn't have been able to be in the ride anyway. I got an email a few weeks ago from a guy who is running the Atlanta ride, because the way they do the ride is really cool. It's basically, there's a ride day where the event goes on, and then there are lots of little chapters of people that host their own ride. So there's an Atlanta one, and then I assume there's ones in like popular cities all over the world. It's literally worldwide, it's really cool. So the email that I got was asking me if I would be interested in being part of the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, and I told the guy, I was like, oh, that's really cool. I don't own a motorcycle, but I own a motorcycle, clearly, but the thing that I responded was like, I would love to be in it. And you know, I started looking into it more, and you know, I've got this connection with Triumph, which, if you guys aren't aware, Triumph Motorcycles is the #1 motorcycle manufacturer as far as like, what do we call it? New age retro or something like that. Basically making brand new bikes that look old. Triumph is the head dog in that market as far as motorcycle manufacturers go. There's a few companies kind of getting into it. You know, Yamaha's got their XSR that's based on the MT line, and Kawasaki has a really cool kind of Z900 RS that they have that kind of has this retro vibe. Regardless, Triumph's big dog in that market. So I was like, well, I've got this connection with Triumph. Let me see if Triumph will let me borrow a motorcycle. And I started looking into this event more, started talking with Eric, or Dutch. You guys are going to see him in a minute. And I decided, you know what, it's for men's health. It's for men's health awareness and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, let's do this thing. So I started looking up videos of the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. And dude, if you guys have not seen videos of this ride, people basically dress up super fancy, and they have all these like half helmets on, these like old looking leather gloves and stuff. It's kind of a cool vibe, I'm not gonna lie. So I started looking into it, and I was like, you know what, dude, this is cool. You don't see this very often. So I asked him, I was like, this is really neat. Would I be able to come out to the event, even if I couldn't get a motorcycle from Triumph to borrow? Would I be able to come out to the event and do camera car stuff? I just recently found out the other day that I am going to be able to bring our camera car and do like promo work for the event. Like, we're not getting paid. They're not paying me for this video or anything like that. It's literally just a, you know, help out the charity and help raise awareness for men's mental health, men's health in general, I believe. So what I wanted to do for those guys, or to kind of give you guys a vibe for it's so cool to see all these people dressed up fancy and stuff. So I asked Dutch. Dutch is a guy, you'll meet him in a video in a second. But I asked him, I was like, could you guys do like a small meetup? You know, just like a couple bikes, just so I can show you guys that don't know what the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride is. I wanted you guys to get a feel for it so you didn't have to click around YouTube. So we met up, me and Heather, we were running our camera car and we did some photos. We did this small meetup, which ended up being like 15 people. All these people came out in their like old retro bikes, all dressed dapper and stuff. It was really cool. So I'm gonna cut to a video that we filmed with those guys. Eric or Dutch and Tim are going to, they're the head guys for the Atlanta area ride. They're gonna tell you a little more about the ride and stuff like that. If you guys want links for the Distinguished Gentleman stuff, there's gonna be links in the description down below. But we decided to film this little promo thing, so I want you guys to check it out, hear what it's all about, and we can go from there afterwards.
Okay, so guys, I'm not gonna pretend that I can tell you guys all the information about the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, but I have two individuals that are gonna have far more knowledge than me. So I'm gonna let those guys tell you all about it.
Hi, I'm Tim Ritchie. I'm your host for the DGR Atlanta Ride. We're excited about having a ride again this year. Solo last year, we're all together this year, May 23rd. It's gonna be awesome.
It's Eric Van Steeg, everybody calls me Dutch. I am the co-host of the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride Atlanta edition, and we're here to get ready for DGR 2021, coming up on May 23rd. What's going on, guys? So, yeah, Dutch here. We are hosts of the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride Atlanta, and this year, it's all about saving lives. Every year it is. So we exist. This whole ride happens the same day all over the world to save men's lives. We don't talk about it often. Like mental health and physical health is not talked about as men, right? We don't do a good job of it. So here, this ride is just to raise that awareness. We want to save mental health issues. We want to help save lives for prostate cancer, testicular cancer, and overall men's health. That's what we do. The best way to find out about the ride is to go to gentlemansride.com. We also have our local Gentry MC Motorcycle Club, Gentry Motorcycle Club, so we keep that going all year long. But if you go to gentlemansride.com, you can find all the details, get signed up for the Atlanta ride, and just make sure you have the right ride. One of the biggest things about the ride is that you have to have the right kind of ride, right? It's a vintage motorcycle ride, and you have to look the part. Basically, think Mad Men and vintage or vintage-inspired ride. As you probably see, it's not a vintage bike, but it's vintage-inspired, and that's what counts. You know, we can't have sportsers, or not sportsers, you can have sports bikes on there.
So this ride will be May the 23rd. We're just a few weeks out. It's amazing. This thing rolls on us so fast. We've had a great planning session. We have a great team. What's awesome is this is Atlanta, diverse, great culture, amazing architecture, great stories, and great people. We'll have people telling their stories of how they battled against cancer and won it. Men struggle with their mental health. This is another cause that we fight for. So you're gonna see some incredible stories come out of this event. We'll be doing it in Atlanta. You won't know where this starts if you don't register, because we keep these under the wraps till like the last week of the ride. But we're gonna roll through the city together. One of the cool things is knowing that in Sri Lanka, or Tokyo, or whether it's in Paris or Brussels, we're all doing this on the same day all over the world. How many charities do that? Yeah. It's almost an unheard of experience. The guys down in Australia put this thing together, almost $30 million towards mental health in the last 10 years. So we're so stoked to be a part of this again in the ATL. We lost it for a little while, didn't do our ride. We're back in the game. It's gonna be fantastic. Cannot wait to have you here.
Yeah, and so we finish up the ride. Well, like Tim said, we can't tell you where we start, but we finish up the ride at Wild Heaven Brewery over on the West End. And so that's going to be open to the public if you want to come and join for the festivities. Some of the cool things about this is that we'll have tons of giveaways, especially for those in the ride. We've got Best Bike, we've got Best Dressed, all sorts of really cool things. Top fundraisers, Bell staff is involved. Guffey's locally here in Atlanta is also
Triumph
involved.
USA.
Yep, Triumph USA is a international sponsor, so they'll be out there as well. Tons going on, so you're welcome to ride after that if you like.
So we've got prizes, we've got fun, but the one thing we need is you to sign up to come on this ride. One of the cool things is we did a little setup tonight. We got meeting guys all over the Atlanta metro, guys from the city, gals from the city. Please guys, please gals, sign up. This is one thing that we can all do together. We've had a terrible year. We all know it's incredibly challenging in 2020. We're open this year. We got a little more opportunity to go share our lives and share these experiences. Please jump on board. Once you get signed up, the next thing you want to do is get people to sponsor your ride. Top fundraiser globally is going to receive Bell staff gift, Triumph goodies. We're going to do something locally for our guy or gal that raises the most locally. You want to get sponsors on board sponsoring you for this ride. The other thing we need is local sponsors for the Atlanta DGR team. We've got to buy equipment, we've got to buy posters, we got to sponsor. The APD is going to follow us on our ride on their motorcycles. We're paying those guys. So join up, be a part of our ride, be a part of our team. We'd love to have you.
That's a really good point, Tim. About the ride specifically, it's about a few hours long, and we have a stopway halfway through, but it's all led by the APD Motor Patrol. So You're riding with motorcycle police officers that guide us the whole way, so we don't stop at stoplights or anything else. They just cruise through. It's one of the coolest rides you're ever going to be on.
I mean, I don't think you can end it any better than that. It's the coolest ride you're going to be on.
So we want to invite you to one more special event. May the 7th and May the 8th will be our first DGR pre-ride event 2021. It's going to be at Guffey's of Atlanta in Buckhead. Ride out on your bike, swag out in your gear. We're going to be taking photos by our big sign, the DGR Atlanta sign. We're going to be giving away prizes. We got live music, we've got food. This is an event you can come out and kind of get to know your pals that's going to be riding with you early, and an opportunity to register, sign up, and donate some money. So we'll see you May the 7th and 8th in Buckhead, right before the ride.
All right, so yeah, that's the ride. I'm glad I had those guys to be able to explain to you guys more about what the ride's about, because like I told you guys, I'm new to this whole thing. Like, I've heard of this Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, but I've never ridden in it. I've never really looked into it, so it was good to be able to meet up with those guys, and I massively appreciate them putting all of that together, getting that group of people together, and shout out to all those guys and gals that like dressed up for that. Like, that's just so cool. So as of now, I have confirmed that Triumph is going to let me borrow a Speed Twin, I believe is what it is. I really need to do more research on what a Speed Twin is, but I'm going to have a Speed Twin. Bro, I've already ordered gloves and a helmet. This is the helmet I ordered. I was on RevZilla. The second that Triumph let me know I was going to have a bike for the ride, I was like, okay, bro, I'm doing it. I'm going to go to Men's Warehouse. I'm going to get like dope a suit or whatever. I'm going to get the helmet. I've got some fancy riding boots and stuff. Bro, I'm so excited for this. And it's been really interesting. So real quick, I'm going to be there here in the Atlanta one. So if you go and register, if you're in the Atlanta area, I'll be there. I will look a little different. I won't have my regular gear on. And I'm also going to have my camera car there with my guys to, we're doing a slightly different group there at the event for camera car, but we're going to have our camera car there. It is going to be awesome. And I got to tell you guys, when I started this conversation with Dutch, I was like, oh, this could be kind of cool. There was a mental switch at some point where it went from, oh, this could be kind of cool, to, bro, I am so excited. I don't know if it's like the dress up thing, or I get to like get this new helmet and gear, and I haven't got to do a big group ride in a while. I don't know if it's that. I'm not gonna hit this lady, but yeah, I don't know what the mental switch was, but you know, it could be this coronavirus stuff where I feel like we're all kind of separated, and it's gonna be good to like be a part of a big ride again. Something switched, And I don't know if I've been this excited for an event in a long time. So I'm super amped. If you guys are in the Atlanta area and you have like a Triumph motorcycle or an older looking bike, you should totally register and come out. Maybe we can do like my group. I could have like a small group of people, and then we could ride into the gentleman's ride together or something like that. That would be kind of neat. I love the idea. Anyways, guys, I wanted to make this quick video promoting it. I'm going to be at the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride for 2021. Also, there's other moto vloggers that are raising awareness and funds for this event. Doodle on a Motorcycle is selling the little neck things. I'll show them to you guys when I get back to the shop. She is selling those to raise money for the event. It's all going to be donated to the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride thing. So, I will have links for that in the description down below. It's super exciting. I can't wait to do it. And hopefully I can see you guys there. If you guys have never heard of it, let me know in the comments. And Outro Crew, put OC in your comment. And let me know if you are going to look into it and try to go there. I don't know how many of you guys are riding kind of the older motorcycles. But it would be interesting to know how many of you guys are going to do that. I'm amped, dude. I'm so excited.
If anyone wants to become a distinguished gentleman, you must join the ride.
All right, Outro Crew. So now that I don't have gas, luckily I'm back here at the shop already. But love you guys a long time for making it to the end of the video. Make sure to drop a comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe. I'm Chaseontwowheels, and I will see you guys on the next one. Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, out!